I can't help but wonder why the other 9 lepers didn't come back and thank Jesus. Only one of them did. Can you think of any reason why the other 9 didn't come back to thank Jesus? Because they didn't love God? Okay, that's one possible reason. Do you love God? Okay, good. Yeah, what do you think? Why didn't the other... Oh, they were so excited, they just ran off. And they forgot to thank Jesus, to thank God. What do you think? A little bit louder? Oh, they didn't know they were healed. Yeah, see, realized it. See, the others, I think they knew that they were healed. I mean, it would be hard to not know that you're healed. But, you know, it says that just that one realizing that he was healed. See, there's such a difference between knowing something and realizing it. Because we can know a lot of things, you know, but we tend to take it for granted. You know, last week, the electricity went off in our residence, the Jesuit residence at Bellarmine. Did any of you lose electricity last week? Yeah, quite a few of you did. Well, one thing I noticed, well, first of all, there was no heat. There were no lights, and it was at night. We couldn't warm up the food, and I realized how much I take for granted electricity. And then when the lights, when everything came on again, I was so grateful. And so there's so much in life that we take for granted. Like, what are some other things that you take for granted? Just think to yourself. Computer, yeah. Technology. You just expect your computer to work, don't you? Yeah, until it doesn't. Can you think of something else you take for granted? Yeah, nature. And sometimes we don't respect nature or the environment, do we? Because we just take it for granted. What else? What? Your bed, I know. You know, there are a lot of people don't have beds. Have you gone down to Tacoma Avenue and seen all the people that are staying on the street in families, and they don't have a bed, they don't have a home, a lot of them don't have food? Yeah, and so we take it for granted. Yeah, what else? Yeah, the things that your parents provide for, yeah. It's so easy to take it for granted. You know, and then we're not grateful if we do. What else? Yeah, water, something as basic as that. But you know, also, what about our eyesight? You know, we take that for granted. Because what if you were blind? It would change your whole world. Or our hearing. You know, if we lost our hearing, that would really change things. And we take that for granted. And so there's so much that we take for granted and we don't realize. There's something about realizing something that creates gratitude. You know, then we want to go back to Jesus and thank him. Did you have something too? Yeah, you always want more. Yeah. Yeah. We always want more than we need. Oh, yeah, take your teachers for granted. And you take your principal for granted. You know, we lost your principal and you got him. What else? Clothes? Yeah, clothes. We take for granted. What else? Oh, Legos. Oh, yeah, I sure take those for granted. Okay, just one more. We can't go on too long. School. Yeah, I take school for granted. So this is a time, Thanksgiving is a time to realize how blessed we are and how much we're called to help others who don't have all that we have. So let's just take a moment right now of quiet and think of one thing that you're grateful for. Just one thing that, no, just quietly, so we won't answer. So just take a little bit of time and just think of one thing that you're grateful for. And so when you come up for communion or come up for a blessing today, you're coming up to the feet of Jesus to thank him for that one thing that you tend to take for granted. So just take a little bit of quiet right now to think, what is that one thing that you're most grateful for?